Do you work 5 days a week or something? How does that work?
They were the enemy way back then.
Yeah.
And the propaganda stayed with me all that time.
What makes this place so interesting for an expat?
For several weeks we've been exploring Vietnam, talking to a lot of interesting people. And in this episode I'd like to show you 3 different interviews with 3 different foreigners who are living in Vietnam or like to live in Vietnam. They talk about their experiences in Vietnam to educate you, but most of all to entertain.
I arrived first time in September, and I've been in and out every month since because of the 30-day visa.
We're interviewing actually in this episode only foreign people that are living in Vietnam, so you're always on a tourist visa, but you gave me the picture of that you're kind of like trying to be in Vietnam and try to be Vietnamese in a way as well.
Yes, that's right. I don't want to be a tourist, although that I'm not technically living here. I'm probably a halfway house between a tourist and a resident, if you like. But I've been really blessed here because I've been taken in by a family town at Nang and Homestay. And they treat me like family. I just eat what they eat, do what they do. And it's been a really wonderful experience because most tourists have got somewhere else to be tomorrow. I don't. I don't have a plan to end. I do have a plan to keep travelling, but if I don't do it today, I can do it tomorrow.
So you retired in Vietnam, basically?
Pretty much, I grew up in the West, in Australia and New Zealand, and my whole attitude was about what Western values were. When I came here, it was a real culture shock. And now that I've been living here, my whole world in terms of values and views has been turned upside down because the Vietnamese are just lovely people, friendly, generous, honest.
So what you say there, I've been 2 years in Australia as well, also in New Zealand a year. I see this as well in New Zealand and Australia, or do I see that wrong?
To a degree, I suppose, as a person who lives there, I see it perhaps different to what you would as a tourist, even though you're there a while. I think possibly part of it is because my expectation of Vietnam was based on all the propaganda that goes right back to the days of the war, because they were the enemy way back then. And the propaganda stayed with me all that time. When I came here, I found that is just not the case. They are not like that at all. I've never met a friendlier people and more generous people.
There you go. So you were saying a culture shock. What kind of culture shock are you talking about then?
Well, I never saw anything that remotely resembled poverty in Australia, although there probably is some there. But here, people are working. They're doing jobs that people in the West wouldn't do, but they do them because they're jobs to be done. And there's also things like, sometimes people talk about Asia being dirty and people throwing rubbish on the street. But when you look at it, they throw the rubbish on the street, but if you go back at night, there's another world of people with another job going around cleaning that up. And in the morning, it's pristine again. And that's just part of the way this fabric works.
Different worlds.
It's a different way of seeing things. It's what people, they do it here, they do it every day. It's part of their life. But certainly there's jobs that people do here that you would not find anyone doing in the West.
Always on a 30-day visa, you were saying. Is it easy to do border runs? Or do you have problems at immigration? Or?
Only if you don't do it right. I've had 2 little problems with immigration, both my fault. Other than that, it's a ride up into the mountains to the border, cross the border, have a chat to the guys up there, come back again.
Same day?
Same day, usually same day. Some days I go across to Laos and just stay there for a day or 2. But I leave here, it's a 3-hour ride up to the border on the bike. It's about maybe 3/4 of an hour at the border and then 3 hours back. It's a pretty easy day. And the ride in the mountains is just absolutely awesome.
Do you like to live anywhere else than Vietnam now?
My idea was always to travel. I've got it so good here that it's hard to even think of moving on to see some of the south of Vietnam because these people are just so good to me. But eventually that's what I want to do. So this is my base. I want to see all around the north. And then perhaps move on and try and replicate this further south. I don't like the tourist trail. There's too many tourists there. So you're seeing it from a tourist world. I like the road less travelled, and Mai Châu is the road less travelled. Pulong, just up the road, it's the road less travelled compared to Sapa and things like that. And it's well worth seeing. Never take what your world is for granted, because there's another world out there that is begging to be looked at, and look at it with an open mind, and it really opens your eyes. It certainly has mine.
I've been here in Vietnam almost 12 years. Here in Da Nang, almost 1 year. Before I was in Hanoi.
Oh yeah.
And I'm here in Da Nang because the friendly people, the weather, the beach, the mountain, it's very nice.
Yeah. So is it nicer than other places? Let's say Trang. There are a lot of beach places here in Vietnam. Why do you choose this city in particular?
Because my work, they give me the option to move here to Da Nang. I'm a pilot. I fly domestic flight and international flight.
Do you work 5 days a week or something? How does that work?
5-6 days on the week, and then 2 days off.
Ah, yeah. And what do you do on the day off when you're here in Da Nang?
Here I am in the beach. Come to the beach and have fun and enjoy the weather. I came here to Vietnam, and my plan was only maybe 2-3 years stay here in Vietnam, then come back to my country.
Yeah.
And it's already 12 years. You can imagine how I feel here. The people are very kind. The weather, the food.
Yeah.
I feel like stay here like I'm on vacation.
Other than Da Nang, which place would you live?
Maybe the same characteristic, maybe Nha Trang.
Someone that never came to Vietnam, which tip would you like to give us?
Here, I think the most important thing is the culture. You need to be careful with you are driving, the traffic, and that's it. Yeah. I think this you need to came here with the mentality to as soon as possible join the culture of Vietnam.
Do you meet a lot of local people here?
Not so many. More foreign people.
Is there a party scene here in Da Nang?
Yes. Yeah. You have a lot of place to go and have fun, party.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Nice one. How long have you been living here?
6 years in November. I came here for a while, like 2-3 months working, and later I realized that it was a right place to stay and build business and enjoy life.
Yeah.
And
can I ask what was your first job when you arrived here first time?
I work with music, so I'm DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came from Europe to work in the Vietnamese club.
Oh.
And in the end I stayed, and I built my community home. This is my place.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm here now. I'm married too.
Oh, are you married with a Vietnamese lady?
Yeah.
Ah, congratulations.
So, thank you.
Yeah. How long ago?
1 year and something.
Ah.
Yeah.
How is it to date a Vietnamese lady? Is that very different?
I mean, depend which Vietnamese lady you date, but my lady is quite how to say open-minded and European way to think and something, but I mean, you need to have time.
Yeah,
you need to take time and calm down with your emotion, because they are a bit, they are more calm and chill.
Ah, so what, even if you're excited, you cannot be so...
Yeah, I mean, no, your excitement need to be balanced sometimes.
Okay. Because
especially Italian people know that we
with the hands talking.
It's like, no, but I mean, it's okay, it's okay.
Hey,
It's good.
and life in Hanoi, what makes this place so special for you? Or what makes this place so interesting for an expat?
Oh, I think, I mean, the first thing is safe.
Yeah.
So you feel safe, and if you talk about work and business, you don't have that pressure that you have in Europe. So
is it easy to have a business here?
Yeah, quite easy.
Okay.
Quite easy. So I believe that expats living in Asia, especially maybe in Vietnam, we should give something more than just come here and live easy life that everyone want to live. So I mean, it's a good place to develop your dreams. So I don't know, this is my dream. So for me,
so what do you do exactly?
This is a studio space dedicated to music. So we have a recording studio on the first floor. Mini club is the tiniest club in Asia.
Tiniest club in Asia?
Yeah.
Okay.
And rooftop, I mean, is meeting point of all the community here in
Yeah.
Hanoi,
Yeah, yeah.
related to music, of course.
I can imagine that you have a lot of local friends also.
Yeah.
Is it easy as an expat to communicate with the locals and have groups of friends also from Vietnam, or is it only normally with foreign people?
No, I mean, I can say that I have a lot of Vietnamese friends, and everything is related to music in one way.
Ah, yeah.
So I mean, the community of Vietnamese is growing up really fast. So we are more connected than before, especially after COVID.
Yeah.
The connection between foreigner and Vietnamese is stronger, and I can say now is more Vietnamese than foreigner.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Especially in this area, you mean?
yeah, this area especially, yeah.
Yeah.
Tai Ho is a foreigner area, and I mean, and more and more foreigner get engaged or married or with Vietnamese,
Yeah.
so is every time more mix and mix, so it's cool.
Ah, nice,
cool,
nice.
yeah.
Hey, and cost of living, is it, let's say, affordable rent and everything? Can I ask what the normal, let's say, if you're a teacher or if you have a small business, how much would I look at per month for a small apartment?
I mean, if you are a teacher, you earn good money.
Okay.
So they know that. So I mean, it's not that cheap.
Okay.
I
So
can say.
how much would you say a normal
I
apartment,
mean,
2-bedroom?
500 US
Yeah. Per
to
month.
minimum. I mean, to have a good apartment
Yeah.
or whatever, but it's not that cheap.
No.
I mean, if you are alone, you take a studio, okay, well, 200, 250, okay.
You were saying that it's a safe city?
Yeah.
Is it a safe country in general?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, especially foreigner. I mean, they really care about us. I mean, they happy to see us around, and I mean, they have rule. We need to respect some rule that, you know, to live in peace all together, like everywhere. But it's quite safe place.
What is the main rule that you have to?
I mean, respect. I mean, this is like everyone, you know. But Vietnam still a Vietnamese country for Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is Vietnamese country. So we are invited here. So we need to, you know, if you look back to Europe, it's messy now. Everyone come from a lot of different country, and it's a bit free, too free. Here it's free, but okay, everyone stay in the space that need to stay. And
Can you give us some advice for the people who maybe would like to go to Vietnam to start up a business or to live here for a certain period of time?
it's a good place to take a break maybe from Europe and see what's going on here. And Asia is a developing country, so it's
Even on holiday, it's good to check it out, I think.
yeah, of course. And it's a good country to also take other destination.
Yeah.
You know, Japan or Korea or Thailand is really close, so it's a good place to also move around. But yeah, definitely.
Hey, I'm still looking for one thing in particularly that you learned in 6 years' time that you can give us maybe some wisdom that you gained here that we can learn from.
Ooh, I mean, for sure, I learned how to calm down my excitement regarding work and life in a good way. I mean, it's like, you know, I remember the first time, and even when my mom or family came to visit Vietnam, they always running and cannot wait to you know,
Do something.
do something, or we go restaurant. Hey, there'll be no, calm down.
Yeah.
So it's really help to just live in a different way that we are living in Europe. Believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and wherever you are, whatever you do, just never give up and go straight in your point.
After a few weeks being in Vietnam, I came to the conclusion that it is certainly a good country to live in. Vietnam, especially Ho Chi Minh City, is opening up for a lot of foreigners to have business. Let me know if you are considering to live in Vietnam or you're living in Vietnam, have different experiences. This channel is based in Thailand, showing you the beauty of Southeast Asia, and we are soon enough going back to Thailand again. Thank you so much for watching till the very end. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please give us a thumbs up if you did so. Bye for now, and stay champ.